Welcome back to the gun dungeon. Today we're going to be doing another jail test. Jim's ready to go. It's been a minute since I've done one. We're going to be looking at an oddball round today. It's kind of the same concept as the Lehigh Extreme Defender, Extreme Penetrators, where it's not an expanding bullet, but it has these little flutes cut in it that's supposed to disperse gel, flesh, whatever, create a hydraulic type of a wound channel. These are 60 grain or 65 grain bullets, and they're advertised at 1,650 feet per second. That's pretty fast. I'm assuming that's from a long barrel, but we're not going to be using a long barrel. We're going to be using the old nano. Again, I'm using this gun because it is the shortest barrel 9mm that I own. I know a lot of people are like, well, they're made for a longer barrel. Well, this is a carry load, and most people carry short barrels. So I'm more concerned with how they perform in handguns that are mostly carried as opposed to a service size handgun. So if they don't perform well in this, yeah, they may do good in longer barrels, but not a lot of people carry long barrel handguns. That's why I test everything with short barrels. That being said, this has some sort of a, looks like it's a powder coated, something like that. I don't know what material it is. The bullet looks nice. It looks like quality ammunition. Like I said, this is by ARX, Next Generation Defense, made in the USA. They're not super cheap either, so they are what they are. We'll see how they do. I have 4 layers of denim set up. I have chronograph, and Jim is ready to ride. So let's go ahead and set up and see how this little bullet performs. So there's what we got. Let me get out of the light here a little bit. Maybe you can see it a little better. You can see there is a decent little wound track, nothing super big, and just about a 2-inch area there. And it turned nose down, hit the table, and is sitting there pointed straight up. Looks like the base of the bullet is sitting on the table. So it's 1 inch from the end of the block, so we got 15 inches of penetration. Penetration is there, so can't complain about penetration, but the wound tracks, I think that leaves a little bit to be desired. Let's put another one in and see how it goes. I forgot to mention that is the velocity, 1,541 feet per second from that first round. So that's moving pretty quick, but again, it's a 65 grain bullet from a 9mm. 1,583 feet per second. Velocity is consistent. I'm going to go on this side so I'm not in the lap. You can see about the same type of wound track, some denim drug in there. Shot a little higher, so you can see it didn't hit the table, but it is facing rearward with a little bit of bounce back here. About the same penetration if you look for where that bullet's setting and where that one went, but it did bounce back. So we're about 15 inches of penetration again, if you count the cavity in front of the bullet. But I mean, the penetration's not bad. It's just the wound tracks are not, I mean, granted it would have to be reliable because you're not counting on the bullet to do anything for expansion or anything like that. But let's try one more. So we're calling a duplicate on this, which I think it's probably, I'd say the velocities are fine. This shot was this wound track right here, the further left one, and it did duke down like the first shot did. It didn't hit the table though, and it didn't bounce back either. So I stuck the tape measure up here just for everyone to get actual measurements. And you can see where we're at. First shot, the one down there, was right around 14.5 inches, so I was off by about ½ inch. this bullet, the rear of it's setting right at 13.5 and probably extended to a little over 14, and the last shot is a little over 15. So consistent, I got to give it that. But those wound tracks, I mean, I've seen some 380s give better wound tracks than that with decent hollow points from an LCP. So there they are. There's really no sense in digging out these bullets, considering that they don't expand. They're going to look exactly the same they did whenever they went into the gel. One thing to note, Jim is sitting exactly where he was after that shot, and the first shot is the only shot that he actually came off of the block and onto the ground. The second shot, he landed back in here, and that's where he's continued to lay after the third shot. So there are the results. I'm not going to beat up on this ammunition because, I mean, it's probably barrier blind. I'm not for sure, haven't tested it in that, but it would be more likely to be barrier blind than a hollow point. It's not going to be affected by the denim, I can't imagine. It's going to be consistent, and it does have the penetration, even though it's a 65 grain bullet. I'm not sure that I would carry it. I mean, I have better options that have performed better in 9mm for me. You be the judge. If you like it and you find joy in the consistency and knowing that you don't have to rely on a bullet to expand to perform, maybe this round's for you. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. If you get a chance, go over and check out my Instagram page. If you want to be more interactive with me, I can answer direct messages over there. YouTube doesn't have that feature, or if you're not don't have a YouTube actual account, you can't comment on the videos, you can go to my Instagram, send me a message, comment on my pictures. I do upload some like coming up videos, some thumbnails and stuff of things to expect coming down the road. But yeah, I'll put a link down below, go check that out. But as always, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hit like and subscribe if you did. Until next time, stay tuned.